Can humans really smell emotions? People affect you. They just do. Is this chemistry, or does smell affect us? I suggest both, but more recent studies show that humans can smell emotional states with their noses, even if they may not be conscious of what they are smelling. The human nose, or more specifically, the olfactory tract that sends neural signals to the brain, and amygdala, is a rapid communication system that affects us far faster than verbal communication. Our human systems have evolved over millions of years phylogenetically to keep us out of danger and safe, and to enable us to build relationships that allow us to thrive. It has long been known and been proven that a baby or child can identify his or her mother by smell alone. Also, men's testosterone levels increase by the smell of an ovulating woman. But now, researchers say that we communicate emotions by chemosignals that we smell either consciously or unconsciously. Have you ever been in the presence of someone you feel uncomfortable with or unsafe? Well, you are most likely smelling their irritation or anger. Or, if you are feeling the need to pull away quickly, you may be feeling their rage. At the same time, when a friend or partner cherishes you, you feel like you want to be with that person more, and upon parting ways, you look forward to seeing them again. So can we really smell emotions? At Utrecht University in the Netherlands, researchers found that people can smell emotions like fear or disgust through excreted chemical signals. In turn, smelling those chemosignals incites the same sort of emotional response in another. For example, if you smell fear-based chemosignals, you will have an emotional reaction and facial expression indicative of fear. If you feel disgust, you feel this emotional reaction too. Conducted research. A bold researcher at Utrecht University, Gun Semin and his colleagues collected sweat samples from men who viewed either a movie that evoked fear or one that would trigger disgust. After that, female participants were made to do a visual task, all while being exposed to the men's sweat samples, but the men were not even physically present. The female participants, who smelled men's sweat gathered while watching scary movies, produced fearful expressions and states, while those exposed to sweat, produced while watching movies that evoked a disgusted response, also experienced disgusted expressions and states. The female participants also showed changed behaviour in their visual search task as they were exposed to the chemosignals from sweat. They were unsettled. What the research points out. This is a noteworthy finding, as it reveals that people don't depend only on verbal language, visual cues or body language to communicate as previously thought. The emotions of the participants were communicated exclusively by chemical signalling, and this affected the participants in the study. It has long been known that pheromones affect physiology. In fact, the word came about in 1959. But too much emphasis has been placed on using these to enhance physical or sexual attraction via perfume or aftershave. More recently, the introduction of synthetic scents to reinforce branding or boost sales, known as olfactory marketing, is becoming increasingly popular. As this research suggests, another dimension for marketers to think on in physical retail outlets. The emotional reaction of one individual or customer may, in reality, cause a similar reaction among others in immediate vicinity. Far too little attention has been given to the degree and array of chemosignals that we are actually transmitting as humans and how these are affecting us in our close relationships. Where this research is important to consider is in our close and loving relationships. Chemosignals are given off from us, and we cannot hide them. They affect others, especially those in the close vicinity of us. We can smell and sense them. This understanding is useful, because it means we have to take responsibility for our emotional state as it affects those around us we love. We also need to communicate more honestly if we are nervous, apprehensive, as our partner, if sensitive, can feel this anyway. There is no doubt that an apprehensive person can make us feel uncomfortable and also activate a fear reaction in other people near him or her that might not have otherwise occurred. But could a furious but silent customer evoke a similar emotion in those around him or her? The answer is yes. But two, is it possible to communicate happy or positive emotions in the same manner as fear and disgust? The answer is yes too. At present, synthesizing a happy chemosignal that could be pumped into a retail or professional environment is a far-fetched dream. But what is not far-fetched is becoming happy and transmitting this into your loving relationship and other relationships as a form of emotional transfer. We need to find our happiness and spread it. What this research highlights is our emotional communication. It is real and we have always known it. Now science is growing to validate this. Plenty of research is still needed to be conducted in this field, but this study is noteworthy to highlight our multisensory way of communicating. It is not the first time that the possibility to smell the emotions of others has been revealed. A study presented by Rice University researchers at the Association for Psychological Science meeting in 2010 found that people in a close romantic relationship can smell emotions like happiness, fear, and sexual arousal in each other. A psychologist at Rice University, Denise Chen, stated that it is the familiarity with a partner that enhances detection of emotional cues in that person's smell. The reason it is important to know we can smell emotions is because it highlights the importance of taking responsibility for our emotional state, because this either positively or negatively affects others. You can feel less from others, yes, but to achieve this, you are either guarded or in your mind to protect yourself, which is a commonality in most people due to the uncertainty of society and the world at this time. We need to work on being happy and adopt a sense of playfulness or light-heartedness and connect to others in the moment with an enjoyable interaction. This way of being will positively affect you, and the emotional transfer will positively affect those around you.